Okay, I think years. The WCA aims to be the preeminent organisation connecting business professionals working with wine. We will engage and inspire our members through a delivery of insightful information and resources in an environment of wine industry cohorts. This will better enable us to learn and connect with our industry, providing a leadership position in the sustainable development of a world-class Australian wine industry. Our aim is to connect, develop, and engage, inspire the Australian wine industry, and we do this through things like the Mentor Program, the webinar program, large-scale events such as the Growth Summit and the upcoming DTC conference held in Sydney. We do a number of lunches to support the national wine shows, particularly in Sydney and Adelaide. We do a number of events at our local level, etc. Please become a member or at least sign up to our newsletter and you'll see the great stuff that we put on. The Mentor Program has been going since 2019 and in its current guise, and it existed before this in other forms such as the Guns and Gurus program, which started in 2007. The program is designed to be a whole-of-sector initiative aiming to support and inspire the future and current generations of wine industry professionals by tapping into the experiences and insights from the best in their field. We have a vast cross-section of people involved in this, and they include sectors like grape growers and vignerons, winemakers, cellar door staff, salespeople, marketeers, research and education providers, writers and journalists, owners and CEOs, wine judges, and others. There are 55 mentors chosen this year, and we had more than double this number of people apply, which just shows the popularity of the Mentor Program. We are delighted to have our partners on board today, and you'll see them on your screen, and they'll speak to us in a small moment. But we have the ASVO, the Australian Society of Viticulturists and Oenologists, the University of Adelaide, Wine Australia, and WISA, the Wine Industry Suppliers Association. This Mentor Program is part of a much larger network of support in the wine industry, and this includes things like the Future Leaders Program, which is run through Wine Australia, the various state and regional mentor and coaching programs, such as the New South Wales Rootlings Conference that I was lucky enough to attend a couple of weeks ago in the Hunter Valley, other industry-run support programs, and company-run programs. It would be fair to say that in my time in the wine industry, this is the best I've ever seen the support network for people coming into the industry. Now I'd like to introduce and welcome our partners to say a few words about their organisation and their involvement with the Mentor Program. And I'm going to very happily start with Chris Waters, who's the Executive Officer of the ASVO. Over to you, Chris.
Thank you very much, Angus. Now, you will probably hear my voice is a bit funny today, but so I'm going to be short. Bear with me. I guess I'd like to really congratulate you all on your successful application and for the drive you've already shown to better yourself. Look, it's a commitment in improving yourself, and I guess in extension of that to the whole of the wine sector. So we're already proud of you, and I want to congratulate you on that. ASVO, excuse me, we're delighted to be part of this program. I think it's a fabulous thing for the wine sector, and I encourage you to flourish. Really, you should be feeling excited about this and the launch of it, and I beg you to keep the excitement going. Your mentor has volunteered to help you, and make sure you don't waste their time or your own. Really get into it. As I said, look, this is a good fit for the ASVO. We're all about professional development and connections, and this is a good example of that. And it's one of the best ways of growing yourself as a person and with your networks. Look, I wish you all the best in what should be a wonderful experience. Back to you, Angus.
Thank you so much, Chris, and I really appreciate you coming on board. I realise this is a difficult time, and we wish you all the best for a very speedy recovery. Now I'd like to ask Dr. Rebecca Dolan, who's the Associate Professor of Wine Business and Marketing from the University of Adelaide, to say a few words on behalf of the University of Adelaide. Rebecca.
Thank you, Angus. And good afternoon, everybody. As Angus said, I'm Rebecca from the Adelaide Business School, University of Adelaide. So welcome to all the mentees and congratulations from us on behalf of the University of Adelaide. We've been involved in this program since its commencement, so we're a proud sponsor over the last 6 years and honoured to continue to support what is such an amazing opportunity for you as the mentees, along with the other partners that are here today. I think, it's amazing that there's 55 of you this year from, as Angus said, more than double that of applications. So it shows the strength of the program. And for us, I think the value is really in this whole of supply chain approach. And that is why I think it's such a good fit with the University of Adelaide, because that is really our approach as well, is educating across that whole of supply chain. Our university is the only university in Australia where you can learn about wine from the whole supply chain, right from the vineyard through to marketing, retailing, exporting in our business programs. So it's a perfect fit for us because, we believe in that whole supply chain approach in our education, and that's what this program supports and represents as well. So I'd really like to congratulate the 55 early career professionals that have been selected for the program. I think the fact that you've been chosen shows that you're dedicated, you've got the passion, and you really hold, the future of our industry. So it's so exciting to see that, what you can contribute starting from now. There's a huge amount of diverse backgrounds of participants, from marketers, winemakers, viticulturists, researchers, some wine students, even one of my PhD students, which is really exciting for us. And I think all of those will bring a unique perspective into the program and also give you a chance to meet the other mentees from different aspects of the organizations and supply chain. So an amazing networking opportunity as well, which I think is exciting. And just quickly, I'd also like to recognise the support of the other industry partners that you're going to hear from today, and obviously Wine Communicators of Australia. And just a special thank you to Prue, who we know is no longer going to be involved in the program, but has been so supportive of the university over the past few years, and I know will be greatly missed with the Wine Communicators team and by us at the university as well. And a further thank you to the mentors, because we know, they're volunteering, they've got very valuable time, and they are, some very significant leaders in our industry. So I think it's amazing that they can share their experience and their advice with you as part of your journey. So thank you again, and I will pass back to Angus, and good luck, everybody.
Thank you, Rebecca. Really some good comments there. I will pause before I introduce the next speaker and just say that there is an opportunity today to ask questions. The best way to do that is at the bottom of your screen, or certainly the bottom of my screen, there is a Q&A button or a chat button. If you could put your questions in there, because we're running a webinar, it's harder to get you onto the screen, but if you could put your questions up there, we've got a number of minutes at the end of the session that we will answer any questions that are sitting in the Q&A box or the chat box. So feel free to reach out with any particular questions. And again, there's no silly questions, especially at the start of a program like this. Now, I'm going to introduce our next speaker, who's Joe Hargraves, who's the Senior Program Manager for Wine Australia. I will reiterate what Rebecca said, that Wine Australia have been a huge supporter of mentoring and coaching right across the wine industry, and again, should be congratulated. Over to you, Joe.
Great, thanks. Thanks, Angus, and hi, everybody. Good afternoon. Congratulations to all of you. As has been said, this is a competitive program to gain a place, and I just really want to congratulate you on that and for embracing this opportunity to be mentored, and I guess taking responsibility for leaning into your own learning and development journey in the wine industry. So Wine Australia, we continue to value our investment in this program, especially for us. It fills a gap in our people development programs. As Angus mentioned, we run the Future Leaders program, and we also run the Next Crop regional leadership development programs. So we certainly see this mentor program as a bit of a stepping stone to those programs, and we hope that you look at those opportunities in the future as well. We also really love this program because of its reach and diversity. There's a number of values and outcomes from this program that the industry, the whole value chain, really supports and welcomes. In particular, also for us, it gives our alumni from Future Leaders an opportunity to give back in a structured capacity as a mentor. And we've got a number of Future Leaders alum in the mentor group, which is really exciting to see. And also, we think it's really important for you as early career professionals to have access to this level of support and investment. We love the wine industry as much as you, and we want to keep you connected to the industry. We don't want to lose you. So the opportunity to engage in this professional development opportunity really is second to none. And also recognising those broader impacts, not only for you as an individual, but what you'll take back to your own workplaces and also to your regions. Those impacts are widespread, and we certainly recognise that. Lastly, I just want to say that obviously the more that you put in, the more that you'll get out from this program, and just being mindful, obviously, that your mentor is a volunteer. They're giving up their time willingly and graciously. So be respectful about that relationship. Set some realistic expectations for yourself, and be open with your needs, but also being flexible in your approach to that relationship. I do want to also acknowledge the hard work of Prue, welcome on board Alex, and thank Angus as well for his commitment to this program and people development across the industry, and also my fellow committee members. So we really look forward to seeing how all of your connections play out over the next 6 months, and really do hope that it's a rewarding experience for you. Thanks, Angus.
Thank you, Jo. And lastly, but importantly, I'd like to welcome Tim Stead to the screen. And Tim is the president and board member at WCA, the Wine Industry Suppliers Association. So, Tim.
Thanks, Angus, and thank you to the fellow panelists here today. It's a great privilege to be here representing WCA. I hope you don't mind. I've written a little thing here so I don't leave something out. For 24 years, the Wine Industry Suppliers Association has been the peak national body for all suppliers to the Australian grape and wine industry. Our focus has always revolved around collaboration and advocacy, and we achieve this through a number of programs and events throughout the year, some independently run and some in cooperation with other industry partners, such as those being introduced to you here today. We're very proud to be a partner in this program, which creates the link between experience, capability, knowledge, and insights of mentors with the enthusiasm, new ideas, ambition, and unencumbered mindset of mentees. As a new world winemaking nation, we need to continue to innovate, to challenge the status quo, continuously improve practices, and to take full advantage of our competitive strengths. But we must do this with an eye on the past and the present, preserving what works well, respecting our accomplishments, and celebrating our experience. While much of the industry focus is on our end product, the beverage enjoyed by consumers, I encourage you to think about and ask questions about the entire value chain. The inputs to creating wine extend well beyond the vineyard and the winery, as we know. WCA represents a value chain which extends from the local hardware store and bookkeeping service through to multinational machinery and component manufacturers, architecture firms, and software developers. To achieve its respected place in the wine producing world, Australia has lent heavily on its value chain to problem solve, innovate, advise, and invest. And this collaboration has underpinned our success to date and will be the keystone for our evolution in the future. WCA believes this program is part of the solution for a more sustainable wine sector for future generations. And you are the change makers. And with that title comes an enormous responsibility, charting the future while building on a very proud legacy. And from the team at WISER, we wish you all a very successful journey ahead, and congratulations for reaching this point. Cheers.
Thank you, Tim. That was excellent. So now I'd like to ask one of last year's mentees, Beatrice Checkley, to say a few words about her experience and perhaps even pass on a few tips about what worked well for her. Beatrice works at Scarborough Wines in the Hunter Valley in the Cellar Door and Wine Club, and Beatrice was paired last year with Darren Omiecki. On to you, Beatrice.
Hello, everyone. So before I talk a bit more about myself, I would like to extend a huge congratulations to entering the program. I think entering the program kind of demonstrates that everyone here, all 55 of you, are ready for more, and only you know what more looks like for your career and your progression, but it's a really exciting opportunity. I can't understate how good this was for me, both personally and professionally. So as Angus mentioned, my name is Bea. I've worked for 3 years for the Scarborough Wine Company in the Hunter Valley. I've recently, just yesterday, accepted a role with Joval in Melbourne, which is incredible. And I cannot understate the importance of this program in gaining the confidence to grow my space in the Australian wine industry. So I was paired with Dr. Omiecki of Hydra Consulting in Adelaide. Darren is an incredible mentor. I do know that someone's been paired with him this year, and whoever that is, you're a lucky person. He is scarily intuitive. He will push you in ways that you didn't know you needed to be pushed professionally. Basically, when you're entering your mentor relationship, it's all about taking on the onus to grow that relationship. So the program has incredible resources. It's got its own platform. Use them to the best of your ability, but also make sure that you reach out and extend your relationship outside the program with your mentor, because they're an incredible resource to have. What did I learn in particular? It was confident building. The first thing we did with Darren was start looking at my CV and really breaking down, what I have to show and what I have to give. And it turns out I had more than I thought with just the guidelines that Darren had for me. What I would say, basically, for tips for you guys coming into the next year, the last year for me has been incredible. You guys are on a 12-month journey with this beautiful program, but you'll be on par to grow your network. So that to me is what this program is about. It's about growing your space in the Australian wine industry. It's about, joining your local tasting groups, your regional associations. It's about entering, that network with trade shows and your vidi groups, and really growing your presence. Not so much even just for your career progression, but also everyone here loves wine. We all want Australian wine to grow and to progress. And the 55 of you guys are absolutely the next step, the future of the industry. And that comes down to joining these wonderful programs and being accepted. It's an incredible, amazing opportunity. And you guys are 55 out of Australia, which is an incredible, So that's about it from me. I probably speak a little bit too much about how wonderful the program is. I sound a little over the top, but I cannot overstate how good this program is for your intrinsic confidence and for looking at your next steps. As long as you really use those resources and really get in depth with your mentor and really use them as a resource and make that beautiful relationship, everything, you can do whatever you'd like with your career through this program, I believe. Angus, back to you.
Thank you so much. I feel like that's a fantastic endorsement for the program. Congratulations on your new role. And that actually makes me think, last year we surveyed the 54 people who went through the program last year. And of that group, 7 people in the time that they were in the mentor program to the time that we took the survey had changed either their jobs or their roles. So I feel like that's a good endorsement. In fact, one of the mentees was offered and accepted a job by her mentor. Such was their relationship. So that's a terrific thing. So now we're going to get a little bit more onto the technical stuff. Don't forget to ask any questions you've got in the Q&A box or the chat box down at the bottom of the screen there. But I'm going to put a poll up, and I hope it's going to work. And it's got two simple questions. Firstly, about whether you've been in contact with your mentor, sorry, and secondly, whether you've organised the first meeting. So I'm going to stick this up, and hopefully it's going to work. I hope you can see that on the screen, and I think you can vote for that. Now, if there's a chance you can vote yes, we've got votes coming in. Terrific. Terrific. Thank you very much. I'll give it another 10 seconds just in case there's anyone who hasn't. Really just gives us an idea of where we're at. But basically what I can see is that almost all of you have connected with your mentor. There's a couple who have tried but haven't responded. What I would say to you is try again, but if you haven't heard back from them in the next week, please contact us and we'll make sure that we get in contact with them. Just make sure that there's no challenges. And some of you, in fact, quite a lot of you have had your first meetings, which again is a terrific thing to do. So thank you for that. I'm going to end the poll now. I'm going to reshare my screen. Take that off. And hopefully that comes up with the helpful tips for mentors or for mentees. And basically, I feel like that a lot of the people who've spoken before me have already talked about, I guess, some of the tips there. There's a number of them on the screen for you. But I guess what I would say is utilize this opportunity in life. Again, I think it's incredible that there are so many mentors who put their name forward. And quite frankly, there are a number of very good people who, for happenstance, didn't get partnered with people. So there is a great bank of people out there willing to support and work with the mentees. And again, I've done a lot of coaching, and I find it very rewarding. And I'm sure that a lot of the mentors will feel the same way. Utilize them, ask questions of them. I mean, again, I found, particularly when I did my future leaders coaching, is that you can talk to them about both work-related questions, but also some lifestyle questions as well. You know, where do you want to go? How do you balance X, Y, and Z? Because it tends to be that good people are very busy and also get asked to volunteer a lot. Be upfront, be open and honest with your mentors. The more you put into it, the more you'll get out of it. Again, you've got 6 months in this program, but I know a lot of mentees continue to catch up. And in fact, I continue to catch up with a number of people through this program. Utilize the software package. And again, you're about to get a little bit of a helping hand on that one. Use that. And again, use this as an opportunity to really, question where you're at, what you want to do, what the opportunities are. Take a positive approach, and again, enjoy the experience is probably what I'd say. Now I'm going to get on to the technical stuff, and I'm going to introduce our next speaker. To help us run this program, we've got a great software program called Mentor Cloud, which was previously Mondo Mentor. We use it as initial pairing. We used it very much in the initial pairing phase, but really where its help comes in now is to help you and us communicate and for you to organise and report on your meetings. But why don't I get the expert to do the talking on this one? And can I very happily introduce you to Alexandra Zavatalo, who we affectionately call Ollie. And Alexandra will provide some tips on getting the most out of the online platform. Over to you, Alexandra.
Hey everyone, my name is Alexandra, and I will help you with everything connected with the platform where you're going to be, where you're already connected with your mentors. Congratulations on joining this program. I hope you will learn a lot from it. I will share my screen. And you will see, this is the screen you can see when you're signing into the platform. I am already in a mentoring relationship with Alex, and so are you. How you can manage your relationship, you can press on this little square and you will see all your relationship in one tab. You can either set up a meeting, you can set your goals and tasks, you can take notes, you can see how many sessions you already had, and all your scheduled meetings in the future. So here is a little reminder how you can conduct your mentoring relationship. So you can start with setting up your first meeting. You can continue with establishing goals, and you should checking monthly with your mentor and build a relationship based on trust, and don't forget to give feedback, and it will help not only to know if your relationship is going well, but also to intervene if something is going wrong. Here in this particular tab, you will see that you can set goals and tasks. You can check them once they're done. You can edit them. These goals are added automatically, but you can add yours by pressing on this button, Add Goal. During your mentoring sessions, you can take notes. If the mentor is giving you some valuable information, some recommendation, you can just edit here, add title and the note itself, and save it, and you will have the whole overview of what you've done in this mentoring relationship. Here in the session, you can schedule one or log a session. And it will give us the opportunity to see if your mentoring relationship is going well. When you're scheduling a meeting, you will have an opportunity to connect your calendar. When you're connecting your calendar and setting up a meeting, it will appear in your calendar as a reminder for the meeting. So you can choose to skip or to connect it. I would recommend connecting it because next time you will be scheduling the session, here you will see that, for example, Alex, she connected her calendar, and I can see what time zone she's in, and it will be easier to schedule the meeting. When you're scheduling it, it's a nice practice to include the title, the mentoring topic that you're going to discuss, the date. It's really a good idea to schedule it minimum 24 hours in advance, so that the mentor would have time to respond, to see the request and to respond to it. And you can also choose the session location, whatever works best for you. Description is also mandatory to fill out, and here you can include your expectations and goals that you would like to discuss in this particular meeting. So if you go to the Learn tab, you will see that you have different learning materials here. First of all, you have Mentee digital badge. You can download it, and you have a few infographics that are just giving tips on how to create the best profile that you can in this program. To help you prepare for the first meeting, there is a little infographic that is showing 6 questions that the mentor can ask you in the first meeting. So before going into the meeting, you can check out those questions and answer them to yourself, and then the first meeting is going to be much easier. And the last tab is the community. In the community, you can, it's like a Facebook newsfeed. You can publish the article that you found interesting and relevant to this particular program. You can communicate with other mentees and other mentors. One more thing that I would like to show is when you go to the top right corner and press on your profile picture, you have the option to set your settings and privacy. First of all, here you go. This is the calendar setup that I mentioned before. You can connect your calendar, and then the meetings that you scheduled on the platform will appear in your calendar. And here are the video conferencing setup. So you can generate your Zoom link and add it here, and then that Zoom link will appear automatically when you're scheduling a session with your mentor. Don't forget to set up your time zone. It's really important when you're planning the meeting with the mentor. When you go to security, you can change your password. It's really easy to do. But if you have any questions on how to do it, you can always reach out to me. One of the other things is the email notifications. You can set up the email notifications that you would like to receive by checking and unchecking these boxes. One of the other useful options is the WhatsApp notification. You can connect your WhatsApp. You can use your phone number here and synchronize with WhatsApp to receive notifications in the future. One last thing, if you have any questions about the platform, how it works, here you can press submit feedback. And as you can see, here is my email, and you can ask any questions, any question that you need, and I will be there to respond to it. If you have any questions right now, it's a great idea to ask them.
Thanks, Alexandra. Again, it's a great platform, and I'm probably going to say, as a generalization, mentees are better at using the software than mentors. So I'd really love you guys to drive it with your mentors. It's much better for us to understand how the program's going if you use the Mentor Cloud for your activity. We can see where it's going and identify. We don't look at meetings and the content or anything. In fact, we can't. We just know, it just helps us know that activity is happening and that you are progressing through your mentorship. So use that. And again, as Alexandra said, if you've got any problems with the platform or any questions or want to know how best to use that, submit to her via the link there. I will say that she's been incredibly responsive to us through this whole process, and I have no doubt that she will to you as time goes on. So thank you very much.
Good luck.
Just a reminder, if you've got any questions, I've only got one question in the box. So what I'm going to do now is I might share a video which talks through about the experiences from a number of the mentees and mentors last year. During that time, if you've got any questions whatsoever, feel free, and we'll come back after the video and we'll answer the questions and wrap things up. But I'm going to put the video on now, which I hope is going to come. Yes, that should be it. And here is a summary from last year's mentor program.
Hi, this is Ben Kite. Just want to say thanks to Prue and the Wine Communicators of Australia team and the selection panel, everyone involved in the mentor program this year, and in particular to my mentor, Linda. It's been a great experience. It's been really good to have some conversations with Linda about where I can be going with where I should be sort of targeting myself, and what I could be thinking about in terms of opportunities for my future career in wine. And I've definitely had some ideas that have come out of those conversations prompted by Linda that I would not have had by myself. So it's been really, really constructive and really good to build that relationship as well. And hopefully that will continue after the end of the program. So yeah, it's been a fantastic experience. So I just want to say thanks to everybody. Yeah, all the best.
Hi everyone. First off, I would like to say a heartfelt thank you to Wine Communicators of Australia and the program partners for the chance to be part of this year's program. I am comparatively new to the wine industry, having done a complete career 360 about 4 years ago to follow my love of wine and start working in wine marketing. As a self-confessed wine nerd, I have the ultimate goal to be a master of wine one day. So the chance to work so closely with Annette Lacey, MW, was absolutely invaluable to be able to learn from her journey, her experiences, and her insights. So thank you to everyone, and thank you to Annette.
Hey guys, I'm Kim and I joined the Mentor Program looking for some real guidance and some clarity, I guess, and some support around my own personal and professional development, and was paired with Deb Kingsbury, which has been amazing. And yeah, it's been a pretty amazing journey, and that's what I wanted to.
Yeah, hi, I'm Deb. I was thrilled to be a mentor in this process, and when I first met Kim, I was really amazed about, I mean, it's very, very difficult to get into this program. So for a start, I knew that she might be top level. So some of Kim's goals were about really taking ownership of her own life, where she was going in the industry, wanting upskilling, being able to really take control, feel stronger and more fulfilled in her role. So after about 2 sessions of work, I pitched it for our business.
So
we'll explain that.
Yeah, and I guess from that, I was able to just find some support and some real confidence in, you know, the areas that I felt really challenged in, and it sort of was a natural fit. And Deb can explain, but the benefit is I get my mentor now every day.
And we could be working on going. So to me, Kim, I could see where Kim's come from, perhaps as a female that's been in the business for a very long time, about those things that you really need and how you can break through glass ceilings, and about really encouraging and supporting and setting people up for success. So hopefully we're able to do that. Kim was excellent in her role, needed that bit more, and we're going to be trying to work into that zone of personal development and just hopefully continuing to develop Kim more and more into the excellent manager that we know she's going to be.
So thank you very much to Deb for all of your guidance and support, and thank you to the program more broadly. It's such an amazing opportunity. So thank you, and looking forward to continuing to work with Deb.
Thanks.
I've really enjoyed the mentor scheme, and my mentor George has been absolutely amazing. And we've covered off so many different topics, right the way from her helping me with preparing for a job interview to her teaching me about her business, which is D2C. I've also found it hugely beneficial because I've been new to Australia and the wine industry. So George has helped me learn about materials and best sites and mailing lists to sign up to. So yeah, I've really enjoyed this scheme and found it really worthwhile.
Salute everyone, my name's Tom, and this year I had the very good fortune of being mentored by Catherine Brown at Brown Family Wine Group. Despite her unbelievably busy schedule, Catherine still afforded the time to be a participant in this program and mentor, and I'm very glad she did. I just found her to be unbelievably insightful and a credit to the wine industry of Australia. Catherine, thank you so much for our time together. Hopefully down the track, we'll be able to share a couple more glasses of wine. So, cheers, catch.
Hi, I'm Catherine Brown, and I just want to say that I've had an absolutely amazing time being a mentor for Tom Oberman. Our conversations have just been fantastic. I have to admit, many of them have been, well, he and I have been driving to and from places, but that's been great that we've managed to be able to squeeze in time. We've had great chats. I feel like that we've worked through some really interesting chapters of what he's doing with his career, but also his feedback and his help has also
For me, this experience has been very personal as I've had the opportunity to soundboard my thoughts and my experiences with Paul across so many facets. In my opinion, the pairing could not have been better, and I've learned and I've gained a tremendous amount of insight, perspective, and I've gotten very inspired by Paul. Both being expats enabled me to check in and ask for advice on nuanced experiences, while we were still able to discuss data and corporate governance, which took me back to big picture thinking. I think this program is so valuable in pairing up mentors and mentees and will have generational advantages in the years to come. Sharing between peers and mentors is crucial for industry advancement. And I would like to give a sincere thank you to Paul, Prue, Angus, and the rest of the team at Wine Communicators Australia. Thank you.
Hi, Phil Reedman here. I was lucky enough to mentor Emma Weir. I'm not sure that Emma would feel quite as lucky that I was her mentor as I do that she was my mentee. Them's the breaks, I guess. Apologies for my inadequacies, Emma. But what I really enjoyed about working with Emma is that throughout the process, she really engaged, she really drove the process, had a clear idea of what she wanted from it, which helped me even inadequately support her. Fundamentally, Emma remained open to my suggestions and comments and acted upon them, and I really have enormous respect for that. So best wishes, Emma. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video and a chance for last year's cohort to talk a little bit about their experiences and where they got to. In terms of where we're at now, we've got 3 questions in the chat box, which we'll go through. First question was about whether there is a need to sign the mentor relationship agreement in Appendix 2 of the program. Is it mandatory to sign it? The answer is no, it's not, but we prefer that you do. And it just in some ways it gives us a record of the partnership starting and that happening. But again, it's not a deal breaker to your participation in the program. So again, take that as it is. The second question, and again, I'll ask my colleagues if they also want to come in on the question. The second question's it's a good one for me. It says, is it best to come to the first meeting with all that you expect or want to achieve in the 6 months, or a guide that you will develop and change as you build your relationship with your mentor? And again, I'd invite my colleagues to come in and also answer this one if they wish. But my view is that the first meeting quite often is really just a chance for you and your mentor to get to know each other, to understand how you both tick, what things are important for you, where their skills and weaknesses lie, and where yours do, and really just to find out sort of that cadence of how the mentorship's going to go. So my answer is, I don't think you need to come to that first meeting with the program laid out for the next 6 months or the big challenges. But what I would do is get to know your mentor and maybe think about what you want to talk about at the next meeting and going forward. Does anyone else want to add to that?
Yeah, I might jump in, Angus.
Thanks, Jo.
I think, yeah, definitely agree with that. I think probably it's a balancing act between having some identification of, your key goals, what you do want to achieve from the program, and being clear about those, but not having everything so bedded down before you establish that relationship with your mentor, because that, the organic approach to how you evolve with your mentor and what they also, bring to that relationship, I think will develop over the time of your engagement with them. But yeah, so it's just that balance between, really knowing what you really do want to get out of it, plus being open to that flexible approach and that relationship as it grows.
Thank you. Any more on that? Terrific. And the last question we've got is about the contact method for a person's mentor. Not 100% certain if that they can access the Mentor Cloud platform often, and that she mentioned that she'd like to be the person would like to be contacted by phone or face to face. Now, again, our preference is to use Mentor Cloud at least to record the fact that you're having meetings and that there is activity going on. And it's the best way for us to really get a picture of what's going on. But my view is, and again, I've got to speak from my experience, that quite often picking up the phone or sending an email is also a very good way and to have those meetings. And again, ultimately, the aim is for you to have a good relationship with your mentor. It's not about the method in which you do it. It's really, and that's up to you and your mentor to get that best relationship. Now, the other thing I'm going to say is if you do have a problem getting hold of your mentor, particularly at the start of the program, contact Alex or contact me, and we will make sure that that connection is made, because again, the mentor has made a commitment that they want to be part of that program. Again, for whatever reason, if you haven't been able to contact them, we can help facilitate that one. Is there any more from any more?
Oh, I was just about to say, Angus, probably a good time for me to introduce myself. Perfect segue. Just wanted to say hi. I'll be the person at the end of the phone line or the email, taking any questions or inquiries. Like you guys, I'm a newbie to this project, so please be patient and bear with me, but I'm really excited to learn all about it and to assist everybody in their journey to make it as seamless and as smooth as possible, and to answer any questions that I can. So as Angus said, if you are having difficulties reaching out to your mentor, please do get in touch with me, because I can hand over email addresses to help with that. And I can also contact the mentors myself to help get people together. Like I said, because I'm so new to the program, I don't have any massive words of wisdom. But I did speak to Prue a lot about this program. It's a program that she was incredibly passionate about and really believed in. And she did say a few things to me that really stuck with me. And the main one was, she said that the mentees that really gain the most from this program are the ones that prioritize themselves for the next 6 months. Don't let those little things that life throws at you and work throws at you to always come to the top of the list and for this to get pushed down to the bottom of the list, because it really is an amazing opportunity. And if you prioritize yourselves and realize what you can really gain from this, then you will get so much from it. So I'm just passing on Prue's words. So yeah, let yourselves be the priority for the next 6 months and really maximize this opportunity. And other than that, just reach out whenever you want to.
Terrific, Alex. Thank you. And again, we're delighted to have Alex on board, and she will be a great support for this program and beyond. So that gets us close to the end of the session. We will send a link out of this recording to both you and to a number of people who couldn't make it for various reasons today. In terms of the next steps for you, I think it's really about getting into your sessions, contacting your mentor, which a lot of you have done, organising that first meeting, which a lot of you have done, and starting to get into the nitty-gritty of the mentoring relationship. I guess what I would say is, again, if there's any challenges, utilise us to help you. Again, we've invested time and money as a cohort to make sure that this is as positive and as rewarding experiences as it possibly can be. So if there are any challenges, please use us, because we're here and ready and waiting to help you. In terms of what's happening next for the mentor side, we have a similar catch-up this time tomorrow with them, and we'll be going through a similar sort of presentation, maybe a little bit more time on the Mentor Cloud with them, and giving them a bit of encouragement of going forward. In terms of communications from us, you'll receive a number of emails and communications through us through the next period. We will be calling all the mentees in that week, in the middle of July, around that 15th to 19th period, just to touch base and to make sure that everything's going well and that you're having a good experience and that you're continuing to meet with your mentor. We do, and then the first fireside chat will be held on the 21st of August, and you'll be sent some communications on that. And again, what we've done, we've yet to finalise the program, is we get some industry experts to come to talk about various aspects of leadership and growth and career progression, plus a little bit of a feedback on session on how this is going. So, and they've been very good. Lastly, don't forget to use the digital badges that you've been sent. We noticed that a lot of you have already put them up on your LinkedIn profiles, for example, but please do so. Use them on your Instagram and Facebook if that's what you use as well. It's a nice way to let people know that you're part of this program. Lastly, I'd like to thank all our presenters and our partners today, to Rebecca, to Chris and get well soon, to Joe, to Tim, to Bea, and to Alexandra. Thank you all for your time. Good luck with the program, and we look forward to hearing some positive news from you as time goes on. Thank you very much all.